All right, there we go. We're filming. Hey guys, how you doing? Kevin here. Been a little while since I made one of these. Let's pop this up and off. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to make a little driving video for you today. I'm going to head out of my apartment and head to Walmart, of all places, to buy some things. So yeah, little update. It is beginning of March now. We're a few days into March. It's March 6th, and I'm gonna just fly through my apartment building parking garage here and head out. It's a weekday. I'm taking a personal day today so I can do some packing. I'm packing up of my apartment. We've got about 3 months left in China before we leave for good, and got a lot of stuff to pack up. You might be saying, hey Kevin, 3 months is a long time, but it's really not when things creep up on you, because it's with work life and not a lot of holidays until the end of the school year. You're always busy, and it's really, again, things can creep up on you. Okay, so what you're going to see today here, I'm going to head to Walmart because I need to get a bin to put some things in. I collect toy cars. Yes, I collect toys. I have a lot of interesting hobbies. I collect tamika, Japanese toy cars, but I collect first responder vehicles. So police cars, fire trucks, all that kind of stuff, ambulances. So I got a nice little collection, and I'm gonna pack it all away very nicely, and hopefully this will be part of help role model how to do this kind of thing, in hopes of motivating my own son, Kai, to do more packing of his own, which he's not. So what you're going to see today as I ride is a combination of, right there, I just rode through a bike lane, an e-bike lane, but you're going to see a combination of me riding on roads, e-bike lanes, and on sidewalks. One of the things that is often frustrating here is that the presence of e-bike lanes and bicycle lanes is constantly evolving. They'll put one in, then they'll take it out. They'll put one in, they'll block it off. So I know the route I'm going. I've been many times. I've been a few kilometers to Walmart. But every time I go there, it seems to be different, because maybe there was an e-bike lane I could ride on one day, and then a couple weeks later, I'll go back and it's gone, or there's barricades in front of it and I can't go that way. So I have to zip up onto a sidewalk. So again, when I'm riding here, it's the whole kind of adage, when in Rome. So I kind of ride like everyone else does. So you may say when you look at this video, Kevin, is it really a rules schmools kind of attitude? I guess it kind of is a little bit. But I try to be as safe as I can while doing so. So yeah, 3 months left. We're really stoked. We're super excited. At this point, we are going to be going to Osaka, Japan, for an entire month as soon as we leave. And we have our Airbnb booked already and our airplane tickets. And we will then fly to Canada for a couple of weeks. After that, we've got the Airbnb booked there. My family lives outside of the capital city of Ottawa. Bumpy. So in other news, I have yet another podcast that has begun. A lot of you are watching this on my Busan Kevin channel here on YouTube may know that I ran the Just Japan podcast for many years. I did 201 episodes of the Just Japan podcast, where I talked to lots of people in Japan. Well, I'm not in Japan now, but I'm in Asia. My 21st year, everybody. South Korea, Japan, China, and soon to be Malaysia. So the Just Asia podcast, and the links are below. It's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that. The Just Asia podcast is kind of a weekly roundup of me just sharing my experiences, kind of like this in a way, but without the video aspect. I go into a bit more depth. Each week there's some interesting stuff. I've done 2 episodes so far. The 3rd episode will be out later this week. So go subscribe over there, folks. The Just Asia podcast. If you like the content I create, I'm sure you'll like it. There'll be lots of stuff about life in China, heading over to Hong Kong. I was in Hong Kong on Saturday. Japan, we'll be in Osaka for a month. Malaysia, settling into a new life there, and everything in between. So the Just Asia podcast, go check it out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Links below. and that's that. Now, here we go. Here's where things get interesting. Cars parked in every direction, right? There's an auto detailing place. I want to stop and show you, but there's bikes behind me. There's an auto detailing place. Look, here's a guy on his phone. One thing you got to watch out for is, like, most e-bike drivers are constantly on their phones. You'll even see people on their e-bikes watching videos. It's almost like the equivalent of like Instagram Reels or TikToks. The Chinese equivalent they're watching. So it's insane. I don't do that. My phone stays in my pocket. If I gotta check my phone, I will pull over to the side of the road, stop my bike, and pull out my phone. All right, so here we go. You can hear the sounds of a kindergarten. So these red bollards here are barricades. These are a familiar sight. These bring back all the flashbacks to zero COVID. When the Chinese government would lock you into an apartment block, they would use these. When they would lock up people, they would use these ones. They're here now because I think it's a construction zone behind it. Zero COVID's done. There's no more locking people down. Thank God. But even then, you know, people are like, you know, my Chinese friends are like, Kevin, all the restrictions are gone now. Are you going to stay longer in China? And we were just like, no. Our decision was made a long time ago. And it's way more than just zero COVID, you know. Way more. It can just have a way of wearing you down. Life here can just have a way of wearing you down sometimes. So we're really excited about new adventures, fresh adventures, new and exciting places. Okay, so now here's an example. I'm not sure where to go here. This sidewalk wasn't open last week. I need to go around this kind of green barricade here, and I normally would, but I'm not sure where to go now. It looks like, can I get off the sidewalk here? I guess so. Where this woman and her baby stroller is going. I'll have to kind of go behind them a little bit. So these apartment buildings right in front of me here are called the Garden City Apartments, and I'm going to the Garden City Shopping Mall, to Walmart. And the Walmart here is nothing like Walmart in America or Canada. It has a name, same company, I suppose, very different. So I'll cross the road here when it changes, crossing on the sidewalk, and then I'll go this way. Still a lot of construction here. Yeah. So when I already have someone buying my e-bike, we're selling a lot of stuff. We're getting rid of a lot of things. We're really trying to reduce. Obviously, we're hiring a shipping company to send all of our things from China to Malaysia when we move to Malaysia. And the less we have to send, the obviously more affordable it will be for us. So that's the goal. What I'm doing now is looking for some type of large plastic shipping container, not shipping container, like a bin almost, like a Rubbermaid bin. Hold on a second. Like almost like a Rubbermaid bin or something that I can pack my toy cars in and other items in my kind of like little workspace office area. One thing I'm really hoping for when we move to Malaysia, the cost of living will be a lot lower than here. Like the cost of living here is insane. It is so high, way more expensive to live here than in Japan. Well, it's a lot of mythology about the expenses of Japan. If you're in one of China's 4 tier 1 cities, the top level cities, that's Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Shanghai, the rent is wild. Food is super expensive. It costs a lot of money to live here. So what I'm hoping is that when we move there, gosh, this light's taking a long time to change. There we go. So what I'm hoping is that when we move there, I can get an extra bedroom in the apartment. So we need a minimum of a 3-bedroom. So my wife and I have a room, and the kids each have their own room. But I would love a 4th bedroom to turn into a creator studio space for me, like a podcasting studio that I could put soundproofing on the walls and on the ceiling, and have it for audio editing, video editing, audio recording, all that stuff. Looking forward to that. My son Kai and I talk about that a lot because we do a podcast together. We've got his history podcast, Who Knew World War II, that we do, and he's very interested in podcasting and getting more into it. So hopefully, like right now I'm very spoiled. At my school that I work at, we have a glorious recording studio, and for the longest time I was the only person who used it. Now luckily I'm very happy that there are teachers in the high school now who are utilizing it a lot more for their students and using it a lot more, and that's really great to see. But I have no idea. I know my next school, which is a groovy school, it's supposed to be very amazing. I hear nothing but good things. It's much smaller, so I'm not sure what kind of resources they'll have or if they'll have a studio space. So ideally, I would love to make my own studio space. So yeah, that's it. I've got some nice microphones. All right, there it is, guys. There's Walmart. So I'm gonna park my bike here. I'm gonna head inside, see if I can get that bin, which is on the second floor, and then I'll try to get some other things. And then I gotta quickly get back home. And I'm also taking a course right now, which is something I'm taking this personal day to kind of just spend time working on. I'm doing a National Geographic course called about the impact of storytelling, or storytelling for impact, which is essentially it's a part of the National Geographic for Educators series, which is courses about how to hold on a second here. I'm gonna go help someone move a wheelchair. Hold on a second, guys.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so what I was going to say is that was nice. A woman said thank you very much to me in English. What I also want to do, so this National Geographic course is super cool. It seems really neat. I'm partway through, about halfway through it. It's only like a 6-hour course, but it's called the Storytelling for Impact. And there's a whole series of these National Geographic for Education storytelling courses. Let me pop this off. Storytelling courses, and it's all about podcasting, audio production, and how to create stories and teach students how to create stories that they can use to make change in the world, conservation, fighting pollution, climate action, all that stuff. Really cool, really cool. I'll put a link to that below too. But that's it, guys. I'm not going to film inside. There's Walmart. I'm going in. Check the links below. Check out my new podcast, and I will talk to you guys later. It's been nice chatting. And if you listen to the podcast, you can hear me chat with you on a more frequent basis, kind of more at length. All right, guys. See you later.